Hey guys, Raul here with another episode of Cole Demon's Hot Takes. And today, I can't believe we actually made it happen, but we have one of the, let's say, Mount Rushmore of money Twitter, with Ecom. He has like legit empire. If you haven't heard of Utopia, almost 4,000 entrepreneurs there. And well, there are like so many gurus online that like make it appear like they want to help people. So just a quick story before we get started. When I met you and we invited you to be an affiliate for Instantly, we don't allow many people in. And for all affiliates, we give them the affiliate commission and they can split it up however they want. Like, they don't want to take it for themselves, don't want to give them to the users. Most people just take everything for themselves, but you, like one of the rare ones who actually gave most of it as discounts to the users. So I think that's like one of the main reasons why Utopia is best. Like, it seems like you actually care, and I'm super happy to have you on board, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. Hello, everybody. I just want to say first things first, Ro, you got the dopest fucking sunglasses in the game. I picked up my first pair of sunglasses too, but I know I'm lacking, man. I'm absolutely lacking right now.
These are actually from Barcelona. So we were talking before I hit record that like here you're in Spain right now. So I got them there. And when I did the podcast with Mason, I was wearing sunglasses, and that video got the best click rates, most views. So there's something to sunglasses, even with online content creation. So 100% like, if you're going to do a face reveal, like maybe start slow, start with sunglasses and then take them off.
Dude, this guy has the entire roadmap planned out for myself. I love it.
Perfect. And I know you told me like you're a little bit anonymous. Maybe we have to bleep some stuff out, but across your entire empire, we asked this from everybody. What's your current MRR, like ballpark? What kind of numbers are you bringing in right now?
So I never give the exact number, but across of everything from the Utopia, my agencies, all of my affiliate offers and commissions, as well as my ecom brands, I'm doing over six figures, not multiple, which is over 400, but well over six figures on a monthly basis right now.
Nice. And my favorite question to like ask after that is, what's the least amount of money you remember having in your bank account?
Least amount of money is when the bank draft fees would fucking come out, man. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but
Of
when the
course,
bank draft fees will come out and I'm minus 30, and I know if I waited a few more days, it was going to go to minus 80, and I'm freaking out. I had no idea what to do. I called my dad. My dad's like, figure it out yourself. I'm like, damn, bro. But those were stressful times. And looking back at it, and the funniest part is I'm still young. So I still have that same bank account under a student bank account name because they still think I'm a student in university right now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, like I feel it's the same for you. Like just thinking back to those times, like when we were struggling, when we didn't have anything, like that's what makes the current success like worth it. If you were like born wealthy, like I wouldn't say like it has the same impact, right? And you probably have a chip on your shoulder. That's what makes you push to feel the same thing.
Yeah, and you know what it is? Like if you get everything that you're praying for today, would you be ready for it? That's the quote that I always run with these days, because I remember back in the day, like, yo, I'm so ready for 100K months. I'm so ready to 50K. I want to make $1 million, and I would start every business with the sole intention of making $1 million by the end of the year. And I realized that that was never the case. The journey that I'm on, the cycle that I have in my life is all about patience, and I have to stay patient. I have to learn the foundations. Even on my last partnership, when we had the 75 employees, I wasn't a big equity holder. That's the honest truth. I did not take a lot of money home. I was managing, we're making millions of dollars, but I wasn't taking much home to myself. And I realized, you know what, Wiz, this is just a part of the journey for right now. I have to take a step back and enjoy the fact that I'm able to act on a vision, that I'm able to lead, that I'm able to generate revenue. And in the future, when the time comes right, then I can focus on making money myself. Right. And I switched the mindset of how long is it going to take me to actually start making money when I start something, to, okay, how long will it take me to master the skills? Right. How long will it take me to become a goat inside of the space? And then the money comes.
Mm. Yeah, like the delayed gratification, right? That's the hardest part. And I was doing prep for our call, and I saw some of your like TikToks or YouTube shorts, and you said you've been tweeting daily, nonstop, haven't missed a day since 2020. Like, how do you keep the consistency up? Like, how do you still like motivate yourself? Do you have a team doing this? What's the structure to like just doing it every damn day?
Tate says this best: a man shouldn't care about happiness, right? Am I feeling happy today or not? Most days I'm not happy when I wake up, right? It's just building the actual habits that you need in your life, right? Because something that I've realized super early is money and actually building something that is successful isn't a one-to-one ratio. You put in one piece of work, you're not getting one piece of output, which is money right away. You're going to be putting 100 pieces of works inside, and then you might get 1, 2, 3 wins. So when I'm on this journey right now, I'm not looking for like happiness on a daily basis. I'm not looking to be motivated. I have the habits that I built that I will do every single day. And I've been tweeting every day since February 14th. And it's unquestionable. It's a non-negotiable trait in my life. It has a high ROI that leads to excellence in my life. Why would I question it? Why would I do anything else on my journey that devoids me from something that is going to make me money and a better individual inside of my overall life? Right. So that's why I don't skip time when I'm, or skip a day when I'm writing tweets. I'm like 30 days ahead on my tweets right now, but I was usually 90 days ahead. When I started Twitter, bro, I was so ahead with my freaking tweets. I would post it on Twitter, Hype Fury would screenshot it, everyone would crack up. I'm like, what? While you guys are stressing about, oh my God, how many tweets am I going to write this week? Everything's scheduled for me. I can focus on the other aspects of my business. I don't now like I don't do 90 days in advance anymore because it's kind of foolish because you need to optimize. I do like 25, 30 days in advance of a new strategy, a new structure. I see how that performs. And then based off of that, I add those winning tweets into my next cycle of the next 30-day tweets.
Damn, that's smart. Like I was just telling my team, like, oh, look at me. I just like planned. I legit just did like 2 or 3 months ahead, and I was like, fuck yeah. But like it turns out like I should then just like see what works best within a month and then optimize and reuse that content. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, basically, man. Because the thing about any social media in general is once you have that winner, and if say you're 90 days scheduled out, you might have a winner this week, but you're on week 12 now and your account's dead and you're like, shit, what's going on? So now you schedule new tweets based off of that like a few weeks before. And now you're always having to wait a cycle of 90 days until you actually can find winners again, right? Which is way too long in the space we're in. We got to move with speed. But of course, data is super important. That's why I like doing it for 25, 30 days. So I get to actually test the waters to see if the strategy or the angle or the tweet concept or the tweet inspiration or the structure is actually performing.
Gotcha. And like it seems like right now, like everything is saying, like you have it so thought out, like you know legit what you're doing. So when you started Utopia, like what was the vision then? Like what was the origin story, and has it changed, or do you still are doing the same vision that you had?
Vision still stays the same. Strategies change. Jeff Bezos always says that. And I've loved that quote. I've been saying that for like 6, 7 years now. But the vision for Utopia, here's how it started. I've been on forums since I was 14 years old. I was making money online at 14 and 15. 15, I flew to Dominican because I was making money from stuff I read on forums. So I take that knowledge from forums and I realized there's so much time I used to waste on it. I would just struggle to scroll through because there's so much fluff and BS and too many people who don't have the willpower to actually learn something. They just want quick cash. So I didn't like that. So when I came on Twitter, I've already had years of community experience, either building my own or being a part of one. I posted a screenshot on my Twitter account from a Snapchat from 5 years ago today. I was building a community and a subscription-based community and a subscription ecom brand 5 years ago today on a mind map, or like a few days ago, but 5 years ago, I posted the entire mind map on Twitter. I'm like, I've been in the community game for so long because I know it's been the future. I know if I have a community, I can validate any offer. I can validate any product. I can help thousands of people. I can have a raving fan base, and all of this can help me promote whatever I want. So from a monetary standpoint, the vision was, okay, let's build an ecosystem. I can acquire SaaSes. I can acquire Shopify applications, and I can fix them up internally with a development team, and then use my community and my audience base as a launch pad to actually help you build all of these actual products, and I can sell them. Boom, I take one from 5K to 100K MRR, sell it the next year, right? And now I'll have an exit lined up every single year for the next few years. And then when it comes down to the aspect of the vision of the personal side of things, Utopia doesn't make me the most amount of money for my ecosystem. And it doesn't, but it takes me a lot of time because I'm passionate about it. I love the aspect of creating a product that no one has ever seen before. It's something that is so obvious to me that everything should be affordable, that everything should be be so accessible for the people that actually want to make money, the people who truly have the will, and I want to be their bridge towards fulfillment. So Utopia becomes that bridge. So it's going to have every single resource you'll ever need to make money online for the most affordable pricing without an upsell. But on top of that, well, like without an upsell for like extra knowledge to pay for. So that's the vision from the personal side, and then the vision for the other side, for the monetary side, is an exit on a yearly basis and using this ecosystem to build high MRR companies.
Like, love it. Like, I can feel myself like getting pumped up, like when you talk about like you actually like care and you want to help people. And like so far, like 4,000 people already, like one of the biggest paid communities like online. But I'm sure like I joined yesterday. It's shameful to say like I'm one of the newest Utopians, but you have so much content there. And you said like you're into data, like analyzing what works best. So what are you seeing from these like 4,000 people? What are the patterns for the people that actually succeed? Like, what do they do differently than all the people that don't?
The thing that these guys do differently than most people don't is accountability, right? And like one thing I preach to every single team member I have, every person I've ever worked with, any business partner or Utopian, is to manage your expectations. People overestimate what they can do, right? And in a short amount of time, I manage my expectations. For example, with the Utopia, I took 6 months to reach 6K MRR, for example, right? Because it wasn't a real primary focus, but still it took time. But my goal at that point wasn't to actually grow at MRR purpose wise. It was really to grow the value inside. And by managing my expectations, I knew that if my heart was into, oh my God, where are the sales today? Oh my God, how come this input that I just did of work didn't lead to an output of actual results? I was questioning myself every single day. If I didn't manage my expectations, I would have fallen victim to my emotions, and I would have never actually succeeded for what Utopia success is right now. I would have never actually succeeded in any part of my life because I would be like, oh, today I'm just not feeling it. Right. So it was really about managing expectations for myself and all for the members as well. When you're starting your journey, you will fail. It is common sense at this point. Like you look at the stuff that you see on fucking money Twitter, bro. Your account, my account, everyone's account. We all tweet the same formula. We're all tweeting the exact same cycle of how this entire journey works. This journey is cyclical. You guys got to be conscious of how cyclical the journey is. You started off by not understanding anything, but then you have a goal. You define that goal and you start defining the questions you have that are problems and barriers that are holding you back from moving forward. You use those questions to visually draw out a roadmap. Once you have the roadmap of where you want to go, then from there you can start acting on each step of those roadmaps. And the beauty about Utopia is I've already created the roadmaps for people. They just got to act on it, right? So when I'm explaining this to people, this is why everyone's succeeding so well, is because you manage your expectations. I tell people you won't fucking see a result for a year, bro. Laugh at it, enjoy it, love this process. Because if you reach the money today, you will not be happy in a few years because you skipped the foundational base of experiences. You don't have that chip on your shoulder. You're not who you're supposed to be in life. Enjoy this. Become the best version of yourselves while you're making the money, and you'll reach fulfillment. With at the end of the day, fulfillment's the real goal. It's not really the money.
Got it. And like, I imagine you get like so many DMs from these beginners that like join, they want to see like results fast. But if you would lay out like one plan, I know like everybody's different, but if like some dude tells me like, hey, Wiz, like if you give me a plan and I will commit to it for the next 3 months, I want to get to 5K, 10K MRR, like what's the one plan that you would lay for them? What do they have to do every day?
So the plan is going to be based off of your age group, in my opinion, because I won't recommend a kid who's like 15 to 20 to start a marketing agency because they don't have the skill set and no big brand's going to trust them. If you're in that age group, go on TikTok. You're on TikTok anyway, start an e-commerce brand. That's my recommendation. I have 2 cousins right now. I was just in Canada to visit my parents after a year, and I met up with some of my cousins and I took them out, and 2 of them came back to me. They're like, because I disappeared. They're like, where the hell did you go? And I came back and I'm making some cash. It's been quite a few years. And I told them what the ecosystem is, and they're like, how can I start? So we have a group chat, and I'm telling them to work on an e-commerce brand. So they're learning about drop shipping, they're learning about creating very captivating creatives, they're learning about how to get some sales, how to write how to do copywriting, just basically wearing multiple hats at once to understand the ecosystem of how an actual business is ran, so you can manage your expectations again. And then later on, once if you don't like that route, then you can take the skill sets that you learn from from it and actually use that as an agency offer. But if you're older than 20 years old, you have a little bit of skin in the game, you have some sort of experience, it's so simple. High income skills, right? What is making people money? How can you make other individuals, which are brand owners, more money so they don't have to worry about that aspect, so they can focus on a different part of their business? For example, I have an agency for Twitter right now. I'm telling these people, you don't know about Twitter, you don't care about Twitter. Let my team and I handle your entire Twitter account strategy, content strategy. We'll tell you exactly what to tweet. You focus on your business. You'll never have to worry about Twitter again, and you'll have your leads coming in. So I'm telling, what you need to do is define your high income skills that make other people better results, which are right now, I think the most in demand agencies would be building a community agency for people, would be a content repurposing agency, would be a TikTok organic agency. All these would be a CRO agency, would be a SaaS, anything SaaS related. Take anything agency from the e-commerce realm and build it for the SaaS realm. That's where the money is right now. I have multiple students who are doing well over 50K a month because of that in the past 6 months, and they just started. I have one guy who's at 35K a month. He started 4 fucking months ago because he's targeting SaaS right now. So if you are a beginner that's over 20, master a high income skill and learn to offer this to individuals, just to get some sort of experience, where I get some reps in, and then from there you can go ahead and sell it as an offer for $3,000-$4,000 on a monthly basis.
Perfect. So like the teaching side you have down, but there must be some other like Utopia for you, like some mastermind courses where you're in. Like what sources are you using to learn to get better every day?
Raul, do you remember when our second conversation that you and I had?
Yeah.
On Twitter? And
Yeah.
I asked you a question, right? I asked you, you're a kid with a couple thousand followers. At that point, you're probably doing 10K MRR. You're not doing anything wild or crazy, or probably 30K, whatever it was, right? There's nothing where you are right now, respectfully, right? You're a titan in the game, right? On this side of Twitter. And the question I asked you is, what are you doing right now to boost your MRR?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I am forever going to stay curious. I'm a kid. I will always ask people questions. I will call people up. I will ask for their opinion. For example, right now I'm learning about real estate. So what I did is I booked a call with Cali Crates and Deals and Coins from Twitter, both two separate guys, huge inside the real estate space. I offered them some value. They offered me some value. I think that's the best part about having your own leverage, is I'm able to use my leverage and exchange value to these individuals, and we exchange value back and forth. But that's my easiest way of learning anything, right? Because I only have so much knowledge in my paradigm and my thought bubble right now. But whenever I need to expand, I don't like reading books. I despise books. I don't listen to any podcasts, like rarely, really ever. The only one I'm listening to right now is probably like factually would be one with Andrew Schultz and Mr. Beast. Anything with Mr. Beast, because he's on my journey right now, because I need YouTube, right? But the real truth is I'm always speaking to people who are doing better than me, or the same amount, or even beginners who can give me some sort of feedback, and I'm just asking as many effing questions as possible.
Like it seems so simple, right? Like so easy. Just reaching out to the person that has the piece that you're focusing right now. So I feel like that's what most people like do wrong, or even like when you take on board like partners or investors, like not taking somebody just because you need somebody, but very specific skills. Like with Instantly, when we needed like to fix churn, we reached out all the churn experts. So I think that's the best way to go about it. And especially for beginners, like if you're learning something, if you're doing like, let's say cold email, like it has so many pieces, take it like step by step. Don't start thinking about like what's in the future. Take it right now, like what's happening, what you need. I think that's the simplest way. And
Yeah, for example, like prime example of that is like Mr. Beast, for example. I'm listening to his podcast, and he's talking about he buried himself in a coffin for 50 hours, and it was his most viral video. And that specific video was very scary. So what he did is he literally just called up David Blaine on the spot. He's like, hey, how the hell did you do it for an entire week? And he just got a consultant, right? That's the power of building your own dream team network, right? I have people who are experts, multiple people in every single avenue that I want to excel in, right? Because I know what I want to do in 5 years. I know where I want to be in 5 years. And every single aspect of those, I have basically consultants or friends I can go to ask for advice, and vice versa. Anything anyone has ever needed from me, I will always be able to be an open book and give back as much as possible. So it's building a dream team of collective progression.
gotcha. And like, bro, I gotta ask, like, usually when I do this podcast, I'm like looking at the person. Right now, I'm looking at your like Azuki NFT. So like, what's the pros and cons of being like a faceless dude online? Like, do you like it? I saw you're gonna do a face reveal at some point. What are your like thoughts about that?
So like I'm barely anonymous. Like hundreds of people probably by this point know who I am, right? Like after this call, if you want to break my status, it doesn't matter, right? So many people know who I am, and it's exciting, right? Like for example, Chase Diamond, obviously, because he's a business partner, Nick Shackelford, a lot of these fun guys. I've broken my anonymous status to immediately. The only reason I do it on Twitter is a mystique. Right now, you have no idea who I am. I have a halo effect over my head right now. Whoever you think I am, whatever you think I look like, that is me, and I let that be, right? But I'll go to events, right? I'll meet utopians whenever I want, right? I'll go. I'm going to be going to multiple events over here in Spain as well too, and I'll break the anonymous status, but respectfully, just I want to stay behind the scenes because I don't want myself to be out there for forever. I like being behind the scenes, right? Although I enjoy leading, I enjoy teaching. I want to be able to lead my team alone and then have my team actually be able to spread the message around the world because right now this is just not scalable, right? Just having myself over and over again while running the companies, it's just more of a headache for me, if anything. So that I really enjoy the mystique aspect, but the cons is a lot of people won't invite me on podcasts, for example. A lot of people won't do partnership deals with me. A lot of people won't do sponsorship or collaborations deals with me, even though I'm by far probably one of the largest e-commerce related accounts and marketing related accounts on this side of Twitter. I guess one caveat is it's Twitter, and number two, it's I'm anonymous.
Hmm. Like for me, like I wish I did something similar. Like sometimes it just feels like being behind the scenes is a little bit better. Like being anonymous, you can pretty much like right now, maybe if you've like broken it, like some people know about it. So like good story like, that people don't know about me. I had a fucking like a poem account on Instagram. And I don't know why, like just the creative side of myself. And I did it anonymously. I posted so much, it actually got popular in Estonia. And then I couldn't hold it in. I started telling people about it. And as soon as I did that, I stopped posting because like now people knew who I
Um,
was and I got the
yeah.
feedback. But that's the hard part.
Because there's an extra lens on it now. What is this person gonna think? Would this affect that individual? Whatever the hell it is, right? It becomes a real big pain. Yeah, I totally understand. But someone who's done an exceptional job at reclaiming his anonymity was Saswiz. Saswiz, I don't know if you know him. He's a good friend of mine. He has multiple sasses on this side of Twitter. He's built quite a few things, but his first few thousand followers were, I believe, he was not anonymous, and now he is. Same with Charles Miller. I don't know if you remember Charles Miller writing to riches. He was not anonymous, then he was anonymous, then not anonymous, etc., etc. And he has like 100+ thousand followers. So there's a few of these guys who just rebrand. Rebranding is always fun, right? Rebranding always is a nice pattern interrupt for socials. People are like, what's going on? People are curious. People stir up drama. And at the end of the day, drama is what gets more people to talk about you. And when there's more people talking about you, you're the center of attention and more sales and more growth.
So like all these channels that you mentioned, like on Twitter, and you mentioned like you're now focusing more on YouTube. I think it's like a good way to end it if you like share some love and just tell people like some two Twitter, YouTube accounts they should follow, something that you're getting value from and you think people might also enjoy.
So social media accounts that you think I enjoy right now,
If that,
that I'm actually reading on a daily basis. I'll be honest, bro. I spent, like, for example, I have no social media apps. I just recently re-downloaded Instagram, right? So I don't really have anything there. YouTube, I'm rarely ever on YouTube as well too. I've downloaded videos that I rewatch. I'm rewatching Steve Jobs' Lost interview. Everyone to watch that amazing piece where he talks about vision, and this is applicable for every step of their journey, either a veteran or a beginner, because you understand what your vision truly is and how he saw the future, as well as how he led his team. And the other one right now is I'm watching Mr. Beast. At the end of the day, content is king. Evergreen content is more important than short form, in my opinion. I know everyone is hyping up short form, but short form isn't converting, right? I know people right now who have 250,000 subscribers because of shorts on YouTube, but it's not really converting for them, right? You got to figure out a way to create long form content that is exceptional, that is forever going to last on the internet, that will forever bring in revenue towards your specific offers, and scale that horizontally across as many platforms as possible, blog sites, YouTube channels, etc., etc. And you're going to take all of those, and you can learn about it from Mr. Beast. You can learn about it from my account, and then just, yeah, that's basically it. Then follow a few accounts that I follow on Twitter. Go to my following list. Follow Raul, of course, absolutely. You guys don't miss out on that. And then just check out the Utopia. But I'm not really looking at any books, YouTube channels, or realistically Twitter accounts. Like my hour on Twitter right now is probably like 15-20 minutes every single day.
and that makes sense. Like you're focused on like more important stuff. And like just from our talk right now, like the main insight that I got out of it is like everything you're doing is long term. Like you have a legit vision. You're planning ahead. Same thing like with the content with evergreen stuff. You're not just creating something that works for right now. It's made, you do it once and it stays there and brings in actual conversion, not just views. And I think this is a good place to end it. It's quick, short, and I know like most people like know where to find you, but you can just let the people know where they can find you, best places to get in touch if they want to.
So yeah, absolutely. So Twitter account Wiz of Ecom and the Utopia.io. That is it. Everything you will ever need to reach out to me. Like I don't do consulting calls or anything, right? I don't have any program after this that's gonna upsell you or for anything. I don't care for it all, right? All I care about is if you need help and you're willing to put in the work, just hit me up and I'll DM back.
Perfect. And for me, thanks so much for being on the call, and don't get pulled over by the cops again, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Thank you so much, brother. You're absolutely amazing. Okay.
You too. See ya.
Take it easy.